you ready? The Kornelia Stephanie Show. Wake up to love, your call to action. Join Kornelia as she empowers others to live heaven on earth. Kornelia teaches listeners how to be the authority over yourself, embracing your inner guru. Feel yourself uplifted into limitless expansion, integrating ease and grace in a changing world. This show will cover topics such as unconditional love, your physical body, how to be in extraordinary relationships, create financial and emotional wealth, embracing entrepreneurship in the new earth. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Kornelia Stephanie Show. It's an honor and a pleasure to be with you today. Just before coming on, I was backstage with my guest, who I'm going to introduce you to, and Jacob. And I was talking about how I'm just feeling emotional today, and I'm just feeling the energy of the collective of the people that are also feeling emotional and feeling frightened and feeling scared. And so I started talking to my guest about it. And then what she was saying back to me, I said to her, why don't we talk about that when you come on to the show today? So let me first tell you a little bit about her, and then we can finish what we were talking about in the green room. So my guest is Gull Khan. She's an international #1 best-selling author, international speaker, podcaster, barista, attorney, solicitor, intuitive life coach, and an EFT expert, an energy healer, a money mindset expert. She's got all kinds of skills, and a mother. She's helped hundreds of men and women to heal their money stories, which is really fabulous, and to manifest between $2,000 to $830,000 within 8 weeks. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me, Cornelia. I'm super excited to be here.
Wow. So yeah, what were you saying to me in the back room about the energy right now? Me being an empath, what I'm feeling, and I'm sure that a lot of other people are feeling this too. So what is it that you want to, what is the advice that you were offering so generously to me?
So I think being a light worker and as an energy worker, a lot of people are empaths and they don't even know it. The fact that you know you're an empath is a huge advantage. A lot of the people who are energy healers at heart or through their energetic makeup, they don't even know that, but they just feel other people's pain. And these are what we call empaths. And the stronger the empath, the more you're going to be feeling the energy, especially at the current climate, because it's the group collective. So it's not just individual countries which are being bombed at the moment, because it's being brought to our awareness. We've all tapped into this energy, this group collective energy. So now we're picking up their pain, their suffering, and so forth. Now, let me explain. It's not that this pain and suffering doesn't exist beforehand, because this what's happening with Ukraine and Russia is it's being highlighted, but there are other parts of the world where there's ongoing war and genocide or whatever else. But our awareness isn't there. Does that make sense? The awareness is a big factor. The fact that our awareness through media, social media, and whatever else is gone there. So we have now coded in what I call, you've got etheric codes. You've coded into that situation. And through that coding, you are now picking up their pain. So if you're an empath and you've been paying attention to news or onto Facebook or other places or other social media places or YouTube, you've now coded into that situation, which means now those codes are bringing back that pain. And this is when you were saying backstage that you feel like crying, you're sad. This is why you're sad. So the first step to, I'm not saying become detached to the situation, but you being sad and you lowering your vibration is not going to help the situation. The very first step you need to do is become aware of the fact that you have coded in to this horrific situation. You need to cut cords with it. Now, when I say cut cords, there is, because as a spiritual being, you are connected to everything and everyone across all realities, across all dimensions, across all times, and across multiverses, by the way, not just universe, across all multiverses. So when you cut cords, these are the negatively charged cords which we can cut. We can't cut positive cords because the way our energetic makeup is, we cannot positive cords. We just can't do that. We can't connect from spirit, but we can cut these negative cords which we form over time. And these could be with ideas, could be with people, could be with situations. In the current circumstance, a lot of people have been listening and watching, following what's going on in Russia, and with Russia's attacking with Ukraine. I myself have as well, I have to say. So I did this today. I was really sad this morning and thought, oh, okay, where's the sadness coming from? Oh, okay, that's what it is. So I cut cords with that situation. Now, when I cut that cords, it automatically uplifted my spirit. So I realized, okay, fine. I'm no longer sad. What does that mean? It means I can now take part in doing something. So there's many of these fundraisers going on in my children's schools and other organizations, and I know I'm part of this Bitcoin cryptocurrency group, and they're sending Bitcoin over to Ukraine as well. So there's various things happening to support the people of Ukraine. That is positive steps you can take, and you can only do those when you're no longer sad. Because when you're sad, your energy is lowered and you are not able to think clearly. You're not even tuned into your intuition because sadness takes over and you just lower your vibration. When we cut cords, we're able to get rid of that cloud, connect back with our intuition, and then look around and see, okay, what active steps can we take to support the people of Ukraine and the situation at hand? Does that make sense? And this goes across all situations, but for the time being, if you're focused on this particular situation with Ukraine and Russia, then know that you being sad and crying in your room is not going to help. But if you cut cords and raise your vibration and then think, okay, what can I do? What is the positive steps I can take, which is through either awareness or through, financially supporting or even sending positive energy. We underestimate how powerful your positive energy can be. And at the moment, those people need that moral support through positive energy. So you can even do that, when you get into meditative state, gather up your positive energy, expand your energy, make it really, really positive, and direct it in that direction, so that those people get that moral support, the positive energy coming to them. And you never know, miracles can show up for them. With children surviving bombs and God knows what's happening. You have all these miraculous stories coming through. You don't know which of those stories are because of you, because of your positive energy. Does that make sense? So this is my advice to you. Do not get sad. Take charge of your energy and work out, okay, how can I support the situation?
So I just want to say to those of you that are listening to this conversation and you feel powerless and you feel like you want more support, or you feel like you can't do anything, that you're sitting in the background, and if you feel like that your energy is not contributing, we actually have a call that is scheduled on Sunday for those of you that want to work together with sending the positive energy that you're speaking of. I'm actually glad that you said you were actually tapping into that sadness today too. This morning, that you tapped into it. So this is definitely the collective energy, the collective vibration that's taking place right now. And that what you were saying to us is, we're not powerless, that we can absolutely change the vibration. We can absolutely have a ripple effect with our positive energy. And so for those of you that want to be part of our call on Sunday, private message me, and I can give you some links and some resources where you can support the collective evolution of bringing peace into our world, because it's not just the countries between Ukraine and Russia. It's literally about the division and separation of what this narrative that's been playing out for way too long, because it's not about the government, right? It's not about that. It's really about the false lies and the manipulations and the way that we've been programmed. And that's really what it's about. And it's about stepping into unity and empowerment and really using our energy for good. So when we're feeling the sadness, what you were saying is that we can cut those cords. Now, do you have personal sessions that you do with people around cord cutting?
So I no longer do one-to-one because I just don't have the time capacity for that. So in my group sessions, I do. We do regular, every month we have, it was called Money Mindset Makeover Workshop. And even though I focus on your money, I'm all about energy, and I'm all about changing and shifting energy. So in one of the sessions during this 2-day workshop, I actually teach you how to do a simple exercise. And I don't know how much time we have at the moment. I can even teach you here. It's literally a 5-minute exercise that you can go in and you can cut cords. And this is with the physical, you have to physical action to do it. But you'll be surprised. It's a very simple methodology. It's a very simple technique, but it has profound impact because you do actually cut cords. And these cords are present. Just because you can't see them with the naked eye doesn't mean you can't see them. Like the brainwaves, there's waves all around us. There's laser waves all around us. There's all sorts of spectrum of waves all around us. We just can't see them or hear them because our sight is, between that certain spectrum, and our hearing is between a certain spectrum. But they do exist because we know that for a fact. The whistle, the dog whistle, is beyond our hearing, but it's still there. So these cords are present, and you have to, the way I teach is to physically cut them, and the impact on your energy is instantaneous, and that's what helps to elevate your energy. Now I have 2 processes. There's one that I teach in my workshop, which is the simple cord cutting, but that's powerful as it is. But there is an advanced cord cutting that I do in my high-end mastermind. But irrespective of which one you do, cord cutting is essential on a day-to-day basis. And I even say to cut cords even with your children. And the reason why I say that is because there's no way you can cut positive cords with your children. However, as parents, and I'm a parent, a mother of 2, and my world revolves around them. The point is, with those children as well, you cord into, as a mother, don't fall down, don't get hurt, don't fall ill, don't cross the road, don't. And every time you think you spark out this fear, you send a negative cord into them, and keeping the other way around as well. So if the child is upset and you're not around, where's mommy? They cord into you. Okay. Oh, somebody is not like, mommy's taking sister's side. Mommy doesn't love me. Cord into you again. So kids cord into you, and you cord into them negatively. And this is what causes a friction between parents and children as well. So this cord cutting exercise works across the board. But in this current situation, which we have with this global situation, it's even more important that you cut cords. Otherwise, it will deplete your energy. And as an empath, as an energy worker, even if you don't practice as an energy worker, because we don't get to choose, we just are who we are. And people are born empaths. You can, I think everyone's an empath, but some people have more awareness of it, and they have the energy is more inclined towards helping and healing others. And this is why they're stronger empath and lesser. But everybody would be feeling this, some more than others. And the stronger the empath, the more you feel it, and the lower your vibration, and then you'll be sad, and what you start doing is you start causing distress in your own personal life, and you start attracting situations, and you're like, where did this happen? And things start spiraling downwards, and you don't even know why.
I want to get your social media handles, and you'll have to come back to the show so we can have you on again. We can talk to you again, but this time goes really by fast. So what are your social media handles where people can look you up?
I think the best one would be my IG, which is Money Mindset with Gull Khan. And that's related to my podcast, which is the same name, Money Mindset with Gull Khan. I think that's the best way to get hold of me.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much for coming on and for sharing your wonderful passion and inspiration. Thank you so much. We're going to go take a break on the Kornelia Stephanie Show. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to the Kornelia Stephanie Show. I'm going to take you straight into my next guest. We're already feeling the movement that our next guest is going to be talking about pain reduction, and she's a pain coach, and that's Fran Garton. And for women who wants to get rid of their pain forever, through her no BS coaching mastery of movement, modifications, and online workouts, she adds laughter and fun to your coaching sessions, shakes up your approach to movement and pain management while making it feel like you've always lived this way. She's been featured all over the place, like breakfast television's Move In the Morning, CH Morning Live, and so many more. Welcome to the show, Fran.
Thanks so much for having me. It's great to be here.
Super awesome to have you. I'm already feeling the movement, feeling the vibe. And when I was asking you how you're doing, you said fantastic. So take us into the fantastic. How do you stay fantastic in today's world?
Okay. Well, when you're talking about pain management, there are so many aspects of it. And I focus on mindset, I focus on nutrition, and I focus on movement. And I think the biggest piece for me, because I have fibromyalgia, I have osteoarthritis, is to make sure that I'm doing movement that my body likes. So for me, an exercise, and I don't like the word exercise, I really use the word movement. Movement means, what do you want to do today? So I do not follow a particular routine or regime or workout. If I feel like dancing today, then I put on my favorite songs and I dance and I move. And if I feel like lifting weights, then I do that. So I really try and listen to what my body likes. And I think for everybody, that's what they should be doing. And I think in the fitness and wellness industry, especially fitness, we're kind of given this message that this is what fit looks like and this is what healthy looks like. And if you don't look like this, then that's just not you're not doing it right. And I don't think that that's true. I think it's a load of hooey. And honestly, I think that we need to really change the way that we're looking at wellness and fitness and movement as opposed to just traditional exercise. Because really, it's kind of boring. Dancing is so much more fun than just lifting weights.
It is. I mean, and it's almost like a facade that just can't be kept up anymore. Like, because it's a continuous, push of trying to get yourself to do some of those things that you're being programmed to do in the fitness industry and in the world with how we're supposed to look, how we're supposed to be, instead of focusing on the intuitive guidance that we receive from, like you said, checking in. What do you feel like the same thing? What do you feel like wearing today? What do you feel like eating today? What do you feel like in movement today? Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. And I think as well, we do really need to decide what we like. And I think that that's really important because I think we listen, like you said, we listen to what we're told that we're supposed to like. But if you don't really like it, then you're not going to enjoy it and you're not going to do it and you're not going to feel good. And so I think my idea of wellness and what that looks like really is what your body responds to well. And you really do need to be aware of that. And sometimes that push to do more, to follow what the other people are doing, it just doesn't work for you. So why should you do it? Like you're just going to suffer. And we don't want to suffer. I don't want to suffer, right?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I think that's a big piece. So give us an ideal morning for you, or when do you actually tap into the movement piece? Is that in the morning time? Is it in the afternoon? Is it in the evening time? How do you do that?
So for me, I would say it's mid-morning. I do not like to get up early. So I'm not in the 5 a.m. club. I read the book, fantastic, lots of good things from it, but I'm not a 5 a.m. person. So I like to get up. I like to, drink some lemon water and hang out with my cats, maybe have coffee with my husband before he goes to work. And then I work with clients mostly in the morning. That's where my schedule is right now. And then mid-morning I move. And so that could be, and when I say move, it might actually be that I don't move. So if my body doesn't feel like it wants to do something, maybe I'll do something more recovery based, like foam rolling, which is fantastic for the body and everybody should foam roll. So it's a great modality. Or maybe I might do some yoga. And it ranges anywhere from 10 minutes to 30 minutes. It depends how I feel. It depends how much time I have. But I never push myself and I never feel rushed. And I think that that's really important that, oh my gosh, I have to get my workout in. No, I don't have to get my workout in. I'm lucky and grateful to be able to. But if something happens and I don't, that's okay as well, because I think recovery and downtime is really, really important. And when we talk about moving and wellness, people only think about the moving piece and they sometimes forget that recovery is just as important. And so that might be what I do in the morning, is that I might just sit and read and have a cup of tea. And that's my exercise movement for the day.
That's awesome. So why do you say that everyone should foam roll? I'm curious because I don't have a foam roller. I've never. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm asking. I'm like, okay, well then I'm missing something. So
Yes.
tell me about it.
Yeah, okay, so I'll give the summary. I do like 3-hour workshops on foam rolling, so I'll give you the basics. So
Okay.
the body's made of connective tissue,
Yeah.
our
Yeah.
fascia, and it needs to move. So you can see my hands, all the connective tissue is moving. And the fascia, if it's healthy, will move. But if it's not healthy, it sticks together like Velcro. So think about if you have plantar fasciitis. A lot of people have that on the bottom of the foot, and it hurts when you walk. Well, that fascia on the bottom of the foot is stuck like Velcro. Every time you move, it pulls and it gives you pain. So foam rolling puts blood flow into the muscles, into the connective tissue. And so or sometimes you get like a knot, when you go to the massage therapist and they get that knot, that is buildup of fascia and it's not actually moving. So the foam roller is a nice manual modality that you can do because we can't have a massage therapist with us all the time, right? And it gets blood flow into the area, and then it helps break down that fascia that's built up. And so that's
good for cellulite.
I don't know.
Right?
It's an interesting question.
It is because I thought, because it's like, why do we have cellulite? It's because the blood flow doesn't get there and
yes,
it's stuck in that area, right?
Right. Well, and it makes the fascia, like I said, it makes it move. It makes everything healthy. So if that area is healthy, then I don't know. I can't say for sure, but maybe this is a side hustle for me that I can start using foam rolling to help people with cellulite. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it could work, but you've definitely got me curious about the foam rolling. So what do you recommend? Going to Amazon and grabbing, you've got one.
So I recommend Trigger Point. So I am not an affiliate. I want to be very clear about that. I'm not an affiliate for Trigger Point, but they have done research. They have, can you see that there? Yeah. They have patented this design. So the 3 different shapes on it are 3 different densities of foam. Wow, and so it really does make a difference. I've done workshops with therapists and massage therapists and PTs and chiros, and when they use a Trigger Point compared to something else, it definitely, you can feel the difference. So yeah, go out, get a foam roller, and it will change your life.
Okay, well, I'm definitely going to do that. You should be getting some kickback from Trigger Point. That would be cool. So let's give the audience your social media handles where people can look. Are you doing sessions right now, workshops? What are you doing with how you're helping people?
Well, right now, so first of all, my socials, they can find me on Instagram, best place, Fran Garton Pain Coach. And I've switched to online just because of COVID. So I do fitness classes, I do workshops. I can do workshops for 2 people. I can do workshops for 40 people. It's completely up to what you need. So if there's organizations out there that need that, I would love to come and talk to them about how to foam roll. There are techniques, and it's not as simple as it seems. And I find that most people don't really know all the techniques or not applying them correctly. So I'd love to teach them how to do it properly.
Good. A person that's, passionate about foam rolling. I mean, who would have thought? That's so awesome. And giving us permission to move when we feel called to move, whether that is sitting back and doing a little bit of foam rolling, or whether that is doing a dance, but tapping into the body and asking, what is it that you want to do today? What is it that you want to move today? Thank you so much, Fran, for coming on. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. And we want to thank you, audience, for listening and tuning in. Stay tuned now for The Shift podcast with Trish Campbell and Diane McClay. They are coming up next. I'm Kornelia Stephanie, signing off. See you again soon. Bye, everyone.
You've been listening to The Kornelia Stephanie Show, Wake Up to Love, your call to action. Tune in each week on Transformation Talk Radio. Kornelia's joy is to engage others in practical ways, showing us how to live in the new earth in harmony with our true nature. For more information on Kornelia and her extraordinary work, or to listen to past shows, go to her website at korneliastephanie.com.